Hello and welcome back to the McGilli-Park podcast. My name is Liam and I'm with my wonderful, wonderful friend and co-host, Mr. Alex Maguire. Alex, every time we do one of these podcasts, you have some new gear on. I'm quite boring. I just wear, a training top or, just a plain shirt. You, however, I love it. It's inspired me to wear something for the next episodes. I love it.
Yes, well, being as it's an important game tonight or tomorrow morning, um, I thought I'd go full on patriotic.
Yeah.
Um, there is a small matter of a round of 16 tie featuring England against a team called Mexico. Never heard of them.
Oh mate,
Um,
I'm so nervous about it. Given, I think this is
uh,
definitely going to be the toughest test we've had so far. I think this is
yes,
going to be, especially given the circumstances we're playing with the altitude.
yeah, and we are fighting history as well. So here we go. Fortress Azteca, of course, as we've talked about in the past two episodes. England are looking to do something that no team has done, or some two teams have only done twice in the space of 25 years. Beat Mexico in the Azteca. The last time that happened was Costa Rica in 2001 and Honduras back in 2013. As for England, they've never beaten Mexico at the Azteca. They've lost one, drawn one, but overall, they've won two, lost three, drawn once. And the last time being was, of course, Argentina quarterfinal 1986.
My God, well remembered and well done for looking all that up, my friend.
So, yeah, we are fighting history, but if any team is going to do it, I think this team will. I believe England will do it, and I believe England will beat Mexico 3-1 because a fan said on television earlier on today that there's more pressure on them than there is of us.
Mhm.
So that's how I see it.
Yeah, listen, mate. I'll take any positivity that we can go into this game because I feel like everyone has already sort of written us off as it is. I mean, I
Yeah.
think I do understand where I don't know if you watched Thomas Tuchel's press conference about the game. Then for me, like I fully understand where he's coming from with regards to look, it's going to be very difficult conditions, and he was saying about on I think it was on average you need 12 to 14 days to acclimatize yourself and the players to the altitude, whereas only he's only going to have one or two at best. And he's saying that's already going to play disadvantage. And I just kind of think to myself, like, he didn't need to say that because we already know that as fans already, and we understand the press. That's all the press is talking about at the moment. I just feel like as an England manager, you it felt very defeatist before we even started the game. And I just feel like, as a player watching that, you want to be
Mm.
motivated, you want to be up for these type of games. And it just concerns me that he said this and the players are already coming to the mindset of, well, we're going to lose because we're playing in these bad conditions. Do you know what I mean? It was just a bit of a worrying thing to say as a manager.
Yeah, I understand that bit, but I think he was trying to play down the things. I mean, it's not the only England team this weekend who have played at altitude, by the way. The Nations Championship rugby has started, and England were away in South Africa in Johannesburg, which again is at altitude. So, if the football team has learnt from anything from the rugby boys in South Africa in Johannesburg
Wait, did they
playing at
win?
altitude, no, they were playing the current world champions in South Africa. Um, 45-21. England lost, unfortunately, but the common denominator was that both teams are going to be playing at altitude this weekend. So
Yeah,
who knows? But no, we must believe, we have to believe, and I think England will do it.
I love that. And listen, I hope they do. It's so gutting that it's a 1 a.m. kickoff as well. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be stupid. I'm going to try my best to stay awake for it. But
Well, if
obviously,
you can't,
yeah.
I know I shouldn't be plugging anything else, but if you can't, BBC Two, 7, 7 tomorrow morning, BBC Two for those who can't stay awake.
I love that. Yeah, you are the World Cup Encyclopedia, my friend. You're not called Alex anymore. This is the World Cup Encyclopedia and Liam. We'll think of a name for me at some point, what feels right. But yeah.
Oh well,
If I wasn't, I mean, we were talking at the time when England played DR Congo. And listen, before I'm going to say what I'm going to say, I was so disappointed for DR Congo in a way because I thought they played so well. And I just think individual brilliance from Harry Kane, what a difference that
Mm.
second goal is. I mean, I thought when we got our equaliser, it was never in doubt after that. I thought we could lose when we were 1-0 down, but as soon as that equaliser went in, I didn't have a single doubt in my mind we were going to win it then because I thought their heads were going to drop and they did. It knocked the wind out their sails. But I mean, what a goal from Harry Kane.
Yeah, I mean, credit to um, DR Congo though. I mean, and we'll touch on to also we'll touch on to Cape Verde because I stayed up till 2 in the morning watching Cape Verde the other night, hoping that they would do it. How amazing were they? Unfortunately, their Cinderella run has ended against Argentina,
I
but
know.
they took it to the Argentinians, and you know what? They brought so much. They are my second adopted team behind the Austrians. I love the Austrians. I love Cape Verde, and it's prompted me to debate on whether or not to get a Vazinia shirt for Cape Verde. I mean, what?
You should.
Just,
You definitely should. I
I, I
was
want, I
I
want
was
one.
gutted. Football can be
I
such
was.
an unforgiving game. And the thing is as well, I mean, did you see Messi with his Insignia at the end saying your country must be so proud
Yes,
of you? I mean,
yes, I
what a
did.
lovely touch from him. I love Messi, but I didn't like him much at the end of that because they won. But
No, well, yeah, I think those two to be part of something that was for Cape Verde, they may never get this chance again.
yeah, yeah.
They may never get to a World Cup in 4 years' time again. I hope I'm wrong because God bless them. I love them.
And look, and like, they'll always have this to remember, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For their fans forever will always remember this.
I mean, I'm kind of glad, in a way, I'm kind of glad that further down the line they didn't come across England because heartstrings would have been, oh, shit, sorry about that. Um,
Definitely.
they should be absolutely proud of what they've done, Cape Verde, and hats off to them.
Yeah, listen, exactly the same here. And it's been, it's so nice when you get teams like that who just exceed expectation. Because I think I said to you in one of the previous episode, I didn't even expect them to get a point in the group stages, let alone when they're out of it into the knockout rounds. I mean, that in itself, I think they're already punching above their weight.
Yeah, but did you see their second goal though?
Yes, I
Wow,
did. He was a
what a
centre back, wasn't he?
worldie! Yeah, I
I
mean to
couldn't believe
beat
it.
Martinez from that distance, curling round against Martinez. Wow, nobody does that. Not even in the Premier League when he's keeping for Villa. I
I
mean,
know, I know. You just don't see that. Do you know what it reminded me of? Like over
oh
10 years ago when you'd see goals or mad goals like 10, 15 years ago. It kind of reminded
yeah,
me of one of those. You don't get as
yeah.
many of those sort of screamers anymore like you used
No,
to.
you don't. And they were like, screw this. I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, they were in the end trying to play for penalties, but
You got to do what you got to do. And I think another
yeah,
day, look, they would have took it to penalties and it's a 50-50, a coin toss then, really, because I think penalties just determine more mental resilience and strength than it does actually ability. And, a credit to them. I was very disappointed for them. But for me, I mean, it kind of showed to me that I don't think Argentina have it to go and win this World Cup again and do a
no,
double. For me, I just think that, I mean, especially in comparison to watching Spain, obviously we'll come to France in the minute with Paraguay, but them two have looked the most dominant forces for me with Spain and France. I know I thought Paraguay, really put up a good game, but they were playing very physical, very aggressive with them. But I always thought France were going to do it. I never
yeah.
really had much doubt. And the same with Spain as well. They just look like they're coasting through. I mean, it terrifies me. I wish England could play like this.
Well, maybe they will tonight.
There we go.
Who knows? Touch
Yep.
wood and whistle. I hope so. I
Hmm.
hope so. But yeah, what now? We're almost. It's hard to believe that we're nearly halfway through. Well, just over halfway through the tournament now. I mean, where has the
Flown
time gone?
by.
The it has. The games are coming thick and fast. With the final in what, a week and a half time.
Yeah, that's right.
Good God. No,
I
what are
just
we going to do? What are we going to do when it's all over? I mean,
we're
obviously, I've
actually
got
gonna have to
Wimbledon and
get a
everything
life until
else,
the
but
season starts. Well, we're in luck because the championship starts soon as Lincoln and West
yes,
Ham. So we're lucky
yes,
really that we can start that our season start before everyone else does, which is great. And I
yes,
can't wait.
and also stay tuned because there may be something in the pipeline as regards to this podcast when West Ham and Lincoln play each other. Hopefully, yes. 14th of October, Judgment Day. Here we go.
Lincoln City's biggest game in their history.
Oh yes, and West Ham's
I'm
much,
joking. I'm sure you've had
much.
bigger games.
Hey, much bigger than the Conference League final. I'll tell you. You'll know when you come here. You'll know it. You'll know it when you come here. You're in for a fight.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously, the other thing I want to move on to now is obviously coming up because we had spoke about Spain previously. Obviously, they have Portugal next. I thought, is this going to be the end for Portugal's little time in the World Cup? Is this going to be Cristiano Ronaldo's last game in the World
Well,
Cup?
recently he has spoken out and said that this is definitely his last World Cup. It's been confirmed in the past couple of hours. So whatever happens, I mean, maybe is it emotional added motivation to go and do it for Cristiano and Diogo Jota, God rest his soul, up there as well.
Yeah,
Maybe, you know. So um
I
we
think
shall
it's,
see.
I think it could honestly go either way with that. Honestly, I don't. I think everyone's a bit mad to rule Portugal out at the
Yeah.
moment. I really do because I think, look, despite what my opinions of Cristiano Ronaldo has been and how he's been playing this tournament, I still think they've got a very, very decent team there to go and win the game. And they don't need to necessarily rely on Cristiano Ronaldo to do that. I still think they've got quality there.
Yes.
It would be nice. I'm going to say it's going to be a high scoring game. I think there's going to be goals both ends, but I do think Spain will just edge it. I might even go penalties. I might even go that far and say it'll be penalties. I'll say 2-2, but just
I would,
because I think
yeah,
everyone is, and I feel like you're going to get a Cristiano Ronaldo moment. You never know.
I would say 4-3 Portugal.
Oh, now that knocking out Spain.
Normal time or maybe extra time. 4-3 Portugal.
Damn. Okay. Okay. I
Just
like.
because just because I think, as you say, it's going to be a high scoring game, but then Portugal have a habit of not, a bit like Cape Verde, I suppose, never giving up until it's over.
Exactly.
So no, I don't know. Who
Yeah.
knows?
No, definitely. And I think, despite whatever, I mean, as you know, I don't think you can rule anyone out of these tournaments, kind
No.
of thing.
Well,
The other one, what?
I
Oh,
was
go
going to
on.
say we've currently got Brazil Norway at the moment,
Yeah.
as we speak. That's an interesting one. I predictions I would probably say Norway because I think they've been okay. They lost against the French, but they were already through.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say they've come through a tough game in Senegal
Hmm.
in their group and a tough uh, round of 32 match in Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast to you and me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I don't. While Brazil have been good in moments, I think Norway look more of a unit
Hmm.
than Brazil in a
Yeah, I
way.
agree.
They're relying on a couple of players. Norway, everybody chips in together, and obviously everybody's going to be behind Haaland in that Norwegian side. But there are more players than he is than him. So I think Norway might beat them 2-0.
That's the thing as well. I think it's all good having the talent and the quality to go and win games, but to get them to all play together as a unit, I think can be such a difficult thing as well. I think that's what makes with France as well so unique. Obviously, just going to them for a second because they're all playing as a unit and they've got so much talent in that team. And I think you're right, exactly what you're saying with Norway. I think they all work together as a team. But like, I wouldn't sit here and just say like Haaland's like obviously Haaland's going to be the outstanding player, absolutely. But in terms of he is a team player as well. I think in that side, and I think they've got a very, unique team with a very physical. I think they'll be quite aggressive with the Brazilians as well. I think obviously Brazil will have their threats going forward as well with Vinicius. Um, but I think it will be a very close game. I'm hoping Norway do it. I'd rather Norway do it in the event that we are to beat Mexico. I think that would
Yes.
be a very good game, England-Norway, but I do think Brazil will just edge it. If we were to beat Mexico, though, weirdly, I'd fancy us against Brazil, but I don't fancy us against Mexico, obviously, as we've said already, because of where it's being played with the altitude, etc.
But rules history is made to be broken. And
Yes,
and
it is.
tonight I'm not overly confident, but Mexico, let's be honest, they haven't really been tested.
Hmm.
The Mexicans are all hyping this one up as well, saying that this is the biggest game in their history against England. I mean, wow, biggest game in their history. That's what the Mexicans are saying. This is the biggest game in their history because obviously, host nation against England at the Azteca, they've got something to defend.
I'm going to ask AI, is the Mexico versus England game Mexico's biggest ever World Cup match?
Well, that's what they're saying.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just curious. Does AI say the same thing as some of the fans that you're reading?
Let's see what technology's saying.
Technology. Then again, we do have to pay it with a pinch of salt, but I've been using it a little bit more recently because it can give you some really good stats about players, and usually it does usually get it right.
Well,
But
this is.
actually,
I
see,
have to.
I'm oh gone.
Sorry to interrupt. I have to confess that some of my statistics, in part of our research for our episodes, are courtesy of our old friend Google Gemini. Yes,
That's what
Google
I've just
Gemini.
used for this.
Yes, Google Gemini. Good old Gemini. I love her.
Oh,
She's
Gemini.
brilliant.
Gemini is like my long lost wife, honestly.
Yes, well, this Gemini will score you points, not the Gemini that sung in Eurovision all those years ago, back
Yeah.
in God knows how long. But
So
never mind.
I've re I've put into Gemini is Mexico versus England game, Mexico's biggest ever game as a host nation. And Gemini has come back with no. While the 2026 FIFA World
Oh,
Cup round of 16 clash against England is massive marquee event that has captured the nation's imagination like never before, it is not historically Mexico's biggest ever game as a host nation.
yeah.
Historically, and let's see what you think to this. Historically, Mexico has advanced further in the past home World Cups because the 2026 tournament expanded to 48 teams. This round of 16 matchup is technically only Mexico's fifth game of the tournament. When Mexico hosted the World Cup in 1970 and 1986, they reached the quarterfinals, which was the actual fifth game in 1986, and the fourth game in 1970,
Wow.
and they lost to Italy 4-1 in the quarterfinals, and they beat Bulgaria in the round of 16 2-0. But I would say, see, I get that in terms of the Italy, you can argue that, but I still think Mexico versus England, granted it was around 16 of the World Cup then, but I still think Mexico England, this would be a bigger game for them because I think we're a tougher opposition with respect to that Bulgaria team back in 1986. But I do
Yes.
think this England side's a lot better, and I can't speak for the Italy side 1970, but I feel like this will be one of their toughest ever oppositions they played.
I think it feels different. Even as an Englishman, it feels different.
Hmm.
Usually it's like Mexico. Oh, it's only Mexico will be all right. But you
Obviously,
can't because the Mexicans are dangerous. Okay, they've not really been tested. Ecuador didn't really test them.
mhm.
Uruguay didn't really not Uruguay. What am I on about? Ecuador didn't really test them. South Korea didn't really test them. Neither did the Czech Republic or the South Africans. So
I think the other question, well, another point that I like to raise into this as well, the thing that really concerns me as an England fan, obviously, have you seen with Declan Rice as well with the injury that he's currently got at the moment? It looks like it's his hamstring injury as well, and he's had it since February, it seems. Well, from what I've read with Arsenal fans, and he's just been playing on it at the moment. And I think it's such a shame because we're missing such a pivotal midfielder. Obviously, he can play, but you're not going to get the same Declan Rice that we're obviously used to and Arsenal fans are accustomed to because he's running on an injury, which is a shame because I think if the World Cup wasn't on, he'd be resting and healing for the next season and everything. But obviously, it's quite a concern. And the other question, so one about Declan Rice, and the other one I'd like to ask you is obviously with regards to the wingers, who should be starting? Would you keep Rashford in and Madueke, or would you change it for Anthony Gordon and Saka?
I'd put Rashford and Gordon together
Hmm.
for this one. Not sure why. Maybe for stamina purposes, because obviously, we're at altitude. Um, where Madueke and Saka will just run themselves into the ground.
Mhm.
I'm not saying Rashford wouldn't, but Rashford has got some, pace and energy to
I
be
agree.
in reserve for
No, listen,
rubbish.
I
But
agree with you. I think Rashford has taken unfair criticism from England fans and media. I think for me, and I'm probably gonna, if someone's disagreeing with me, absolutely. I thought Rashford, okay, granted, there's times I think he should have scored, and I will agree with that. But I actually think he's looked more dangerous than a lot of the players going forward in this team, bar
yeah,
Kane, in my opinion. And this
yeah,
is what I'm saying. Like, and I don't think this is the best Rashford version, but I definitely think he's been one of the better players. I would start him, and I agree with you. I would have Gordon going forward as well.
yeah. I mean, Gordon's knocking on the door for a start. I think he should start for this one, because I feel like he's had big game experience, not necessarily with England, but more with like Newcastle, because
Mm.
obviously he started the League Cup final when Newcastle won. He's played in Champions League matches. He's going to be playing in more Champions League matches when he's at Barcelona or Bayern Munich, one of the two. I can't remember which now. But yeah, I think Rashford and Gordon will probably complement each other. I mean, Madueke and Saka are, I think, as the tournament's gone on, they're more impact players
I totally
now.
agree. Absolutely.
Whereas Rashford, like in the first two matches, I would have said the same about Rashford and Gordon.
Yeah, exact. My opinions has switched as this is.
Yes,
I'm exactly the same as you. My opinion switched. I bet we're probably some of the out. I don't know what other people think of that. I reckon we're outcasts because I'm exactly the same as you. As the tournament started, I wouldn't have started Rashford or Gordon. I would have had Madueke and Saka.
yeah.
Um, but as the tournament's gone on, yeah, I'd rather Rashford and Gordon because they've just looked so much more dangerous to me.
I don't know. It's an odd one. I mean, but we still need to figure out the right back issue. Now, right back, gone are the days, right back was relatively qualified to talk about right back, but not quite from an England standpoint. I have played right back before, quite a few times, so I feel slightly qualified to say this. And the right back issue worries me. It really does worry me. But Konsa is supposed to be starting tonight. Does that fill me with confidence? Yes, I guess. Yes, because,
You are
but then
far too kind. It does not fill me with one ounce of. He's a great player, Cons, but he's not a fullback.
he's not really, but optimistic confidence, shall we say. But then Declan Rice, he's been switched into defence in a couple of times as well. So who knows? I mean, oh, good Lord.
Yeah, because Declan
That,
Rice covered for right back, didn't he?
yes,
Which
he
I've
did.
never seen that before.
He did all right, actually.
Yeah, because
Credit to him.
when he first come through at West Ham, he played centre back for us. He wasn't, and he could play midfield as well. He was both, but he predominantly started off as a centre back for us, and that position
Yeah,
just didn't work for him. But yeah, to be fair, I agree with you. Like he played well. I just
yeah.
I really, really, really think if England were to lose this and it was because of the fault of no right back being in position, I do think Tuchel comes into massive criticism for not bringing another fullback within. I know you
Mm.
obviously say Luke Shaw, I say Trent Alexander-Arnold, but the point is that the fact that neither of them came along is pretty bad.
I mean, I'd have brought both.
Mm.
All right, I'll not retract my statement. I still think Luke Shaw would have been, good cover, but I'd have brought them both anyway.
Yeah,
If it was up to me, I'd have brought them both anyway. But I don't know. It could either make it's a gamble,
yeah.
but then it's the World Cup. Is it worth gambling for? Absolutely. But we shall see.
Mm. No, I totally agree. We shall see indeed. And obviously, just going on to my other question as well with Declan Rice, obviously looking like he could be injured, but they looks. I mean, there's pictures of him training. He looks like he's going to start anyway. And I just what I mean, look for me personally, it doesn't faze me because obviously he doesn't play for West Ham anymore. He's an Arsenal fan, but as an Arsenal fan, you'd be sitting there thinking he's going to be missing the first few games of the season, which could be quite detrimental for them. But I do feel I think it's very admirable that he wants to play. I don't think he's a player that can last 90 minutes at the moment, given that he needs to heal. Do you know what I
I
mean?
mean,
So I
yeah,
get it. It's the biggest tournament of his life. You
yeah.
know what I mean? I get it
I mean,
completely.
I mean, you run. Oh, oh no, it's offside. Sorry. Speaking of games at the moment. We thought Norway had just scored 3 minutes in, but it was ruled out for offside. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Going back to Declan Rice, I mean, from a United standpoint, it gives everyone else a chance. It's not Arsenal, if he misses the first few
It's like
games,
Tuchel, keep playing all those Arsenal fans.
yeah, keep playing him.
We don't care about
But
England.
from a country standpoint, which is more important, you'd run through brick walls for your country. You would do anything to
Yeah,
represent your nation.
if I was injured, I'd want to play. If I was good enough,
Yeah.
obviously.
You'd
It wouldn't
bleed
matter.
red and white, or you bleed red, white, and blue. I don't care if you were dead on your feet,
That's
or
why
if
I
your
get it.
arm's falling off, or whatever. You'd
Exactly.
play
And
for your nation anyway.
for me, I'll happily miss the first like half of the season if it meant I got to play in the World Cup and we progressed. It meant that
Oh
much
yeah,
because you got to think it's such a rare tournament that comes along every 4 years, and 4 years
yeah,
is a long time if you're a footballer. Do you know what I mean? A lot of footballers. I mean, what you're seeing with Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, and Messi is such a rare phenomenon, but
yeah,
most footballers only get to play a couple of World Cups, and that's even if they get called up or make it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So I totally understand the rationale behind it. I just think it's a shame for him because I think he's such a pivotal part of the team.
yeah. No, I think he will do well. I think he'll do it tonight. I think England will do it tonight. My prediction is probably bold, either 3-0 or 3-1.
I've gone 3-1, but I'm going Mexico. I know. I don't fancy us at all. I know. I don't want that. It's just my honest opinion.
I believe you.
I know. Got yeah, I'm going
After all
7 New
that,
England. No, no. I mean, I just no, I'm just
after all that, we've given England, oh, this is why we can win the World Cup and everything else. And you go and say statement like that. I don't
I'm
believe you.
pessimistic because I don't want to get my hopes up because it's going to be too heartbreaking.
Yeah, yeah, I can understand that, but honestly, I just,
Alex, mate,
uh,
I need a drink of whatever you're having. I love your whatever. Honestly, right, I've known Alex for years. It could be the worst. The world could be coming apart. We could be getting just the planet could be getting destroyed, and Alex will still find something to be positive about. Well, actually,
well, I
even
mean,
if
if
Man
we're
United's
gonna go
darkest
down,
hour, there's
the
still
thing,
hope.
the thing is, if we're gonna go down, at least go down fighting. That's all I ask for.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that, and I hope there's
Um,
a big fight for it.
but I just feel like it's my country. I can't go against my country. I love England. I love Great Britain and the United Kingdom. Um,
It's fans
you
like
know,
yourself that deserve to see England have glory. Because the thing
yes.
is, like
Well,
fans like
thank you.
yourself, look at the cans behind you, look at the chart, look at the shirt and the merchandise you wear. Fans like you and the world, all the stuff you've got deserve to see that. And that's kind of like what I hope England players see as well. Like you see how much it means to us. Like the pubs, I'm in London at the moment. The pubs are
Yeah.
going to be staying open till 1 a.m. Like what are going to be
Well,
open till
yeah,
1
they're going
a.m.
to
So
be they're
and the whole
going to
country
be
is still
staying
coming
home
out. Even
till
if they got work tomorrow, it means nothing. And it's
yeah,
like I just hope they see it and go, look, deliver this to us. I know the circumstances are poor. I understand that completely. But rise above that. You're some of the
yeah.
best footballers in the world. That means nothing.
You know what? When the odds are stacked against you and everybody writes you off, that's when you will see individual players in any sport or teams, like we saw with Cape Verde against Argentina. That's when you'll see the teeth of the underdog. And I really, really hope and I feel in my heart of hearts that England are going to do it. And I will stay up for my nation tonight. Even if it means half asleep, I will change my cup, FIFA World Cup mug to my England mug. I will be drinking cups of coffee and tea tonight. Come on, boys, you have to do it.
I love that. I think that is the best way to end this episode. Come on, boys, we have got this. And more importantly, if you guys have enjoyed this episode of the McGilli-Park podcast, we'd really appreciate if you could hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and tell me. Obviously, I think when this video comes out, obviously the England result will be finalised, but hopefully England have done it and we are through.
Well, you'll find out when you probably wake up tomorrow morning, some of you. But as I say, don't forget there is a rerun at 7:10 if you can roll yourself out of bed for that one. For those who can't make it to watch the actual telecast tonight at midnight. But come on, England!